So we lost an ICU nurse this week, and people need to know what that actually means. So as an intern, literally my first year out of medical school, I was working nights in the ICU at a community hospital. It's about 2 a.m. when a patient comes up from the ED already tanking, septic shock. They're already on one pressor and is almost maxed out before they even hit the unit. Because it was a community hospital, there was no intensivist in-house, just me, the ICU nurse, and a very sick patient. I recheck labs, lactate comes back as 9.8, which if you're in medicine, hearing that number, your stomach probably just dropped. So I call my attending and then just start firing off orders. More pressors, bicarb drip, antibiotics already running. And while I'm on the phone, while trying to throw in orders at the same time, the ICU nurse Delilah is already moving. I'm clicking buttons, she's hanging meds, she's starting them, titrating them, and watching all the monitors simultaneously. And by the time my attending says, I don't think this patient will make it through the night, Delilah is already on pressor number 3, and then 4. By morning, it's the end of my last night shift for that stretch, and the patient is more stable, but is still just hanging on by a thread. A few days later, I come back on service, and the first thing I do is log into the chart expecting to see that the patient had died, but he hadn't. Not only was he still alive, but later that week he was transferred to a less intensive floor, and eventually he was discharged home. Y'all, that patient lived, not because of me. That patient lived because an ICU nurse moved fast, stayed calm, and knew exactly what to do when there was no time to waste. That patient lived because an ICU nurse did not hesitate. You guys, when we lose an ICU nurse, we lose someone who has already saved lives, and who would have continued to save lives that we'll never know about.